Is there a question that's bothering you? What should we do if we haven't a clue? Ask Tim!
Where did God come from? I mean, everything that we know and interact with has a source. Take this clock. Someone designed it, and then it was put together by people in a factory who put together all sorts of raw materials. And those raw materials also had to come from somewhere. They too had a beginning. In fact, everything in the universe has a beginning. These raw materials are made up from molecules, which in turn are made up from atoms, which contain neutrons, protons, and electrons. Neutrons and protons contain quarks, leptons, and bosons, which along with electrons are collectively known as elementary particles. And elementary particles are the very building blocks of matter from which everything we know are made. Keeping up? If not, what's the matter with you? Get it? Now, these building blocks began to fuse together in the very first moments of the universe, quite probably in the event known to us as the Big Bang. So everything comes from somewhere and has a beginning, right? And if we believe God created all this matter either through the Big Bang or some other method, then who created God? He must have had a beginning. But the universe as we know and experience it isn't just made up of matter. It also involves space and, crucially, time, which brings us back to my clock. We experience everything starting somewhere because we experience the universe through the passing of time. In fact, it is pretty much impossible to imagine a universe where the passing of time didn't exist. But the Christian belief is that all of creation was created by God from nothing. That's creatio ex nihilo for all you classicists. Which means that God did not just create matter and space, but time itself. Or to put it another way, God made it possible for us to experience the passing of time, to allow us to experience things having a beginning and an end. But God is not subject to these rules of things coming into being or coming to an end because he created these rules. So if you will excuse the slightly dodgy physics, that is why this clock, and me, and you, and in fact everything including the matter that makes us, has a beginning, and yet God doesn't. And if this question doesn't cause your brain to hurt, then you're a better theologian than me.
Is there a question that's bothering you? What should we do if we haven't a clue? Ask Tim!